Okay. So, once we square both sides and I substitute x squared plus y squared for r squared, this is the equation I get, and that's the equation for a circle. That has the center at 0, 0 with the radius at 3. So if I'm going to graph that, the center is right here at the pole, and I count out 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to get a circle. That's it. That's it. Yeah. So, okay, so the reason, so the reason that I did this is because on the test you're going to take, you have to write the rectangular and graph it. So we're just going to practice that way. Okay? I just graphed the circle. What's the, okay, the question is, how do I know where to, I put it? What's the radius? 3. So where am I going to put it? I put it on 3. Okay, what did I just, okay, so for my friends that are only half listening, why did I say I did this? On the test, this is how you're going to have to write it. So I understand we can just draw the circle. I get it. Thanks. Thanks for your help. I appreciate all that. Thanks. Also on the next one, I'll give you a big fat chance here. Theta equals pi over 4. What do you think that's going to look like? It's going to be a line through what? Pi over 4. So go ahead and draw it, but that doesn't have the rectangular equation. So there's your big fat line, right? So now I need the rectangular equation of this. This has a theta. I have to get rid of the theta, so it only has x and y. So I'm going to take the tangent on both sides. So what is the tangent of pi over 4? 1, right? So square root of 2 over 2 divided by the square root of 2 over 2. Now, how do I change the tangent to an x and a y? It's y over x. So how do I move the, can I just move the x to the other side so I get y equals x? So look, that's what I got. I got a straight line through the origin with a slope of 1, which is what theta equals pi over 4 is. But I'm well aware we can just draw the line. I appreciate all that help. Okay, next page. Okay, so for those of you not wanting to change this to rectangular and doing this the easy way, how are you going to graph r sine of theta? Yeah, you don't know. What is, you do graph, and it's so easy. What is r sine of theta, friends? Y equals 2. So this is going to be really, really difficult. Are you ready? Where is y equals 2? What do you mean there is none? It's right here. Okay, so use your handy dandy ID and draw a straight line through y equals 2. I took it out so I could record, but I have my handy dandy ID. I know, it is crooked. Okay. I know. And you know, a better teacher would actually make you find all the points, but I think we can do this, right? I think we can. Okay. R cosine of theta. What's the R cosine of theta? X equals -3. So where is the x equals -3? It's right here. And this time it's going up and down, right? What? Use your ID. Make it straight. Shh. How do I know what? You got it? Okay. So everybody look at number 5. What's the difference between number 5 and number 4? Okay, so look, the r is with the cosine. When the r is with the cosine, you're going to get a line. When the r is with the sine, you're going to get a line this way. When the r is by itself, you will always complete the square to find the answer. Yes. So on 5 and 6, you can't just subtract it over. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by r. R. So I'm going to get r squared equals 6r cosine of theta. Okay? So r squared is x squared plus y squared. I didn't square anything. I multiplied both sides by r. And what did you just tell me the r cosine of theta was? So I have 6x. So I'm going to take this 6x and I'm going to subtract it behind the x squared. So I'm going to get x squared minus 6x I'm going to leave a space because we're going to complete the square there. And so what number goes there? That's the b divided by 2 squared. So it's plus 9 on both sides. Now I want to take this right here and I want to write it as a perfect square. And that's where we took the b divided by 2. Correct. So I'm going to have x minus 3 squared plus y squared equals 9. So the center of the circle here is 3, 0. And now what's the radius? So this is r squared, right? So the radius is 3. So if you're going to plot this, so first of all, start with 3, 0. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's right here. So next, when we plot a circle, we use the radius and we find 4 points, right? So let's do these two first. This is at the origin, and then I have to go out one more over here, right? 1. Because there's only 2, 1, 2, and I have to go out 3. The radius is 3. Okay, so here is where, if you had a better teacher, we would find the up and the down points, right? But we are tired. We are all tired. So can we just agree that if we use these 2 points and we're going to kind of draw a circle, we'll call it a circle? Can we do that? I think we can. On your test, I will not judge your circles either if you have the 2 points correct, okay? Mine either. Okay. All right. That's much better than last period, so I won't judge yours if you do not judge mine. Okay. So please take note. When we have the cosine, which is the x, the circle is centered around the x-axis, right? Where do you think the next one's going to be circled around? The y-axis, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and multiply both sides by r. The r squared is x squared plus y squared. And then r sine of theta is y. So when I move the y, is it going behind the x or the y this time? The y. And before you start whining, it is a fraction. Huh? It's It's going to be a fraction, so don't whine. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, that's what we did on that assignment, where we took b divided by 2 squared. So what is b divided by 2? It's 3 over 2, right? Let's leave it as 3 over 2, because believe it or not, that'll be the easiest thing to do. So b over 2 is 3 over 2, and I need to square it. So it is 9/4. So I'm going to put plus 9/4, and I'm going to add 9/4 over here. So now I have to write it as a perfect square, and the perfect square is b over 2. So that's just 3 over 2. So I'm going to have y plus 3 over 2 equals 9/4. Oh, wait, this is squared also. Sorry. Okay, so without worrying about it being a fraction, because I know it's a fraction and that scares you, but what would the center be? 0 and negative 3 over 2. Because if you set this equal to 0, the 3 over 2 would be negative. So the radius now is the square root of 9 over 4, which is 3 over 2. Okay, so let's not be afraid. Let's just go ahead and plot the 0 and negative 3/2. So that's going to be on the y-axis, or the 3 pi over 2 axis, actually. And it's going to be right here. It's like a minus 1.5. Well, we actually graphed the last one on a for real graph. It is. Okay, so if this is the point, so this time, where are the other 2 points going, the x or the y-axis? Y. So if my radius is 3/2, this is at a minus 3/2, so one of my other points is at the pole, right? And then if I add another 3.5, I end up at 3. And we're just going to agree that it's a circle when I draw it. No matter what it looks like, we're agreeing it's a circle. And it's going to look like that. That's it.